Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to a brand new video. You join me in my bathroom. I don't usually do like evening vlogging at all really, let alone kind of start it in the evening, but I'm gonna start this video here because I just thought, why not? I've had a really nice chill day. I've just had a bath. So I've come into my bathroom to do a little quick face scrub. I had a really nice relaxing day, like I said. A little bit of work, but a little bit of cleaning around the house as well. It's been a little bit since I cleaned downstairs. I don't know how it gets so messy with just me and Andrew living here, but we always just put our stuff everywhere, so I always have to spend a little bit of time putting things back where they belong. I also think it plays a role actually with having like a two-story home. We always leave stuff at the bottom of the stairs. I have this cute little step basket where we kind of just throw everything in, and then it just piles up and piles up, and we never actually just take it upstairs when we're walking upstairs every night. I also was able to get into a 4 p.m. Pilates class, which is really nice. So it's actually tougher than I thought it was gonna be, but I do really like the instructor, and it's not often that I can get into her classes. So that is why I went, and I did feel better after the class. But because I did a 4 p.m. Pilates class, was able to eat dinner a little bit early, and then I also hopped in the bath. So it's literally only 7 o'clock, and I've done all of that this evening, so I didn't really know what to do. So I thought I would just pick up the vlog here as I'm about to wash my face. I did a little Sephora order a couple weeks ago, and I got some new shampoo, just like some necessities that I needed, and I ended up using my like bizarre rewards on a few stuff just because you just rack up those points, and honestly, we just never use them. I always try to save them to get one of like the really big points gift sets, or they do, I don't know, they always do like a bunch of things for like 5,000, 6,000 points, but they sell out so quickly. You can be on there, I think it's like I think it's a Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, I think, or 1 p.m. Eastern time. You can hit refresh, and they refresh all of the rewards, but even if you do that, you can never get the big rewards. So I just said, screw that, I have all these points, I'm just gonna start using them. So I ended up picking up a few things from Suwasu, I think is how you say it. I've seen this brand a lot, but I've never actually used them, but they just did a cute little gift set. So I've actually been using a few of these products. We have a cleansing foam, which I'm just gonna use in a second after I use my LMS product, and then a sleeping mask, which I haven't used yet, so I'm gonna put that on this evening. And then lastly, which I have been using, is this concentrated ginseng rejuvenating cream. So it smells a lot like ginger, obviously because they're quite similar, but a cute, just little jar. So these are the products I'm gonna be using to wash my face. I don't really have any makeup on my face, but like I said, I went to Pilates, I've had a bath. I did put a little bit of mineral sunscreen on my face today. Other than that, I think actually I might have added a little bit of blush, but I've just been using my Glow Screen Sunrise Supergoop sunscreen. This I actually talked about in my last beauty video. I did like a July 5 favorites and 5 like flops, and this was one of my favorites. I use this every day, and especially when I'm working from home or it's on the weekends and I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, I will just throw this on, and it just gives me a little bit of color and a little bit glow to my face, as I am quite pale. It just kind of wakes me up a little bit, so I really am enjoying this. So I wore this today. I'm gonna do a quick wash. I'm gonna start off with my LMS Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. Actually, I am almost out of this. I do have, where did I put it? I do have a brand new jar here that I picked up on the Amazon Prime deals a few weeks ago. It literally was $40. It's usually, I think, $69. So I grabbed an extra one because I knew I was gonna run out, but I've literally been using this till the end. I love jars like this. I feel like it's so satisfying when you can pull everything out. I was thinking earlier about the sunscreen, and I was thinking it would be really nice if instead of something like this, they have it in a jar. That way you can use every ounce of it, because I actually had small versions. I actually haven't opened this one yet because it's the big version, but I have some small versions, and this one is brand new as well. I just threw away the one I was using. I actually ended up cutting it open, and there was still so much product in there. So I literally cut the top, and then I cut it in half so I could fold it back and get all of the sunscreen, and then I threw it away. So I think it would just be cool if they started doing things in like jar version. That way you can get every single ounce of your products that you're spending your money on. Talking about getting every ounce of the product, I do actually have a little like spatula from L'Occitane, and I've been using that recently since I'm almost out to really scrape and get every piece of product. Like I just did this on the outer rim where it doesn't look like there's anything, and I just got a pile of product. So that's what I'm gonna use. You really don't need a lot of this cleansing balm. You really just need a little bit of a dollop, and then you put it on your face dry, and you wash everything off, and then you use some water. All right, I feel like my face is not gonna look much different, but it's gonna look red because I just rubbed it. But that was the cleansing balm. Now I'm gonna go in with this cleansing foam. I actually haven't used this yet, so I'm guessing I probably just need a little bit of it. Let's see. I'm just put it in my palm. Oh, it's kind of like jelly. I'm just gonna put it everywhere. I'm gonna be honest, I don't usually double cleanse. I usually just use the Elements and really get it into everything. I don't usually go over with another product, but I feel like I probably should. Now I get why people always double cleanse, because my face feels squeaky clean. It really feels like I got off all the products. So I do need to probably get into a little bit more of a habit and do a double cleanse, but I do like that product. I'm gonna keep using it, and then I will give you my opinion once I've gone through it a little bit more, a couple more days. But that is that. Now I'm gonna look and see, I'm gonna put the sleeping mask on a little bit later. Let's do the serum. Oh, cute, it's a little pump. And just put this all over my face, and I'm gonna bring it down to my neck as well. I still have this it's not even a pimple at this point, it's just like a mark on my face. It was probably the biggest pimple I've ever had in my entire life. I think I figured out why I've been breaking out down here. I think it was because I was eating these. Well, I was having Chobani creamer in my coffee, and that made me break out, so I stopped having that. But then I started having these, what are they called? Cleos? I think Cleos. They're like little yogurt bars, and they have like a lot of protein in them. I think they're Greek yogurt. And that I think is what made me start to break out again, because I actually hadn't had them in a while, and then I bought them when I was literally eating them every day. And I think that's what made me break out, because when I stopped, about maybe like 5 days later, I really noticed a massive difference from this kind of area on my face. So I've just stopped eating that altogether. I did also start putting Greek yogurt in my smoothies, which I've stopped doing. I think this sleeping mask, I think I'm supposed to just obviously leave it on my face all night long. So I did stop using Greek yogurt as well, just in general and everything, and I feel like I've noticed a really big difference. So that is what I'm claiming is the reason that I broke out. I haven't really changed anything else, so there wasn't really anything else that I switched on in my diet. That was kind of like all that was new, but this is just like lingering. You can't really tell now once I put makeup on, but without makeup, it just looks like a big giant spot on my chin. But anyways, I am just gonna layer this all over my face. Again, I'm just gonna bring it down my neck. I'm thinking it's gonna soak in a little bit by the time I go to bed, and then I can wash it off in the morning. The only product I didn't put on is the little rejuvenating cream. I feel like I shouldn't put that on with this, so I'm just gonna put that on in the morning after I wash off the sleeping mask. I am probably gonna just sit and read my book for a little bit. Andrew actually went golfing. We didn't think that he'd be able to, because we've had some really bad storms recently, like really bad. I feel like the lightning has been so scary. We actually had a house near us get struck by lightning, and all the fire trucks had to come. It actually was in a garage apartment, so they had to knock through the garage door to get upstairs to like assess and make sure there wasn't a fire in the house. But that was super scary. So it's just been really bad storms lately, so we didn't think that he would be able to golf today, but the storm actually came when I was going to Pilates, and it wasn't that bad. So it cleared up in time for him to do golf. So he is still out. I think he'll be probably calling me in a little bit and telling me he's on his way. He's gonna be really disappointed because I went and treated myself to Raising Cane's before he took a bath after Pilates, and I did not get him anything just because I wasn't sure when he was gonna be back. I'm sure he'll just pick up something on his way home, but I haven't had Raising Cane's in forever, and I always just like think about it when I'm hungry. So I just thought I would drive over and treat myself. It's never as good as you like imagine it's gonna be. It's like McDonald's. You always like, oh, I really want a McDonald's like quarter pounder or a double cheeseburger. And then you get it and you feel like crap after eating it, and it's just never, it's never worth it. But I did eat that in the bath, which is kind of funny. But I'm sure he, like I said, can grab something on his way home. I am gonna sit and read my book for a little bit. I am currently reading Magnolia Parks. Actually, before I talk about my book, let me just move you into the bedroom because I feel like it's kind of awkward just standing here in my bathroom. All right, I've just set up on my bed, so hopefully the camera stays. I have it balancing on my duvet. The lighting is not doing me anything. My face looks so greasy, but it is just the sleeping mask. Before I get settled and start reading a little bit more of my book, I thought I would just run through some of the books that I've read. I think I touched base on this in my last vlog when I went to Barnes & Noble and I picked up 4 books. I'm currently reading one of those 4 books, and I also finished one of those books. So I thought I would just kind of give you a little bit of like a review. I think it's always fun just to kind of hear people's opinions. I did that for this book, and that's why I bought it, so I think it's just kind of fun to do. First one is Magnolia Parks. I'm gonna continue just to wave this in your face because I feel like that's all I was doing. It's a little bit different to like your typical romance books. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a toxic relationship, I guess. It's all about like these socialites in London. They're all in like the same friends group. He cheated on her. They were together for like years, and he ended up cheating on her. So they broke up. They both still love each other. They both still want to be with each other, but they keep just dating other people. He makes her jealous. She makes him jealous. All their friends are kind of entwined into it all. It's very like a toxic relationship, but I am enjoying it. The only thing that I don't like about this book is that there's so many spelling mistakes and so many sentences that don't make any sense. And she does focus a lot on like their outfits, which I think is kind of weird. I feel like that kind of does make sense in terms of like the London socialite, like talking about their fancy clothes. In every beginning of a chapter, I've literally just opened it up on a page that I haven't even read yet. She literally is talking about the brand that they're wearing and like what it looks like. And she just does that throughout the whole book, like a little bit too much, that it kind of like stands out a little bit, and you're kind of like, why do I keep hearing about like what clothes they're wearing? Especially when it's just like a white t-shirt and jeans, but she's telling you like the brand and like, does it have holes in the knees? But that's the only thing, is the spelling mistakes, and sometimes the sentences don't make sense. Like they're missing words, or the wording is weird, I don't know. But if you can look past that, I feel like it has kind of a good storyline. Like I said, I'm 100 pages in, not even halfway yet, but I am enjoying it. I think it is a series. Let me see on the front of the book. Yeah, there's 5 books in the series. I don't know if I'll end up reading all 5. I'm hoping that the book kind of ends in a way that you don't necessarily need to continue reading, if you're quite happy just to end on the first book. But so far, I am enjoying that, so I'm gonna sit and read that in a second. We just hung out by the pool all weekend, this past weekend, and I couldn't really decide what book to bring with me, because One Dark Window, I was about halfway through, and then these 2, I really wanted to start reading. So I ended up bringing all 3 of them, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring all 3 books. Like, no way I'm gonna read all 3 books. I'm gonna pick once I get there, like what mood I'm in, what books I wanna read, because I'm a little bit weird and I like to just like start and finish a book and not necessarily start like multiple books. So I was leaning more towards finishing this one. But anyways, so I brought all 3, and I actually ended up finishing this one on Saturday completely. And then I started this one at 5 o'clock on Saturday, and I finished it at 10 o'clock on Saturday. A really, really great book. I did not think that I was gonna like The Housemaid. I really just picked it up because it's like really popular at the moment, and my mom also read it and said it was good. I'm not too much into like the thriller. I really like romantic books or fantasy books, not so much like thriller, suspense, like, I don't know, gory, I guess. This isn't necessarily gory, but it is kind of thriller and suspenseful. But the way that she writes the story, you don't want to put the book down. It's very like precise and to the point. There's no like filler words, filler chapters, just to kind of drag out the book and make it longer. It really felt like it flowed to the point that you just didn't want to put it down. You just wanted to keep finding out what happened. And I actually put it down when dinner came, so we actually ended up ordering takeout. So we sat and ate dinner, and Andrew was like, oh, what's your book about? And I was telling him how I thought it was gonna take a turn, and this is what I thought was gonna happen. And I literally, after dinner, opened the book onto the next chapter, and it literally was exactly what I thought it was gonna be. So I didn't want to put it down. So I ended up, how long is that? 6, 7, 8, 9, no wait, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm having to do this on my fingers. 5 hours of reading with a couple breaks in between. Like I said, I had dinner, shower, all that sort of stuff. This is a 5 out of 5 stars. It is a series. I think there's 3 books. I don't really have a desire to read the second one. I read like the little snippet that they do at the end of the book for the second book, and I just think that it may be a little bit repetitive. So I am not gonna be reading the second one, but I did really love The Housemaid. In terms of One Dark Window, if you want to wait till page 250 to finally start enjoying this book, then this book is for you. If you don't want to do that, then do not pick this up. I did not really enjoy this book at all. My friend gave it to me because she loved it, and she got it for me for my birthday. So I was really hoping that I would like it too, because we like a lot of the same books, but I really didn't get into it, I kid you not, until 250 pages. I literally texted her and was like, I'm 250 pages in, and now I'm starting to like this book. But at that point, it got better, but it didn't get great, and then it left on a massive cliffhanger where I was like, I am so done with this book. I'm not gonna grab the second book. I did text her and she had read the second book, and she said that it kind of just drags it out and it's a little bit boring and a little bit slow. So I'm not gonna grab the second one. I'm gonna just end this one here, but it is One Dark Window. If you do wanna check it out, maybe it's something that you would enjoy, but I just personally didn't like it. I think though, honestly, I also just think like the names are weird. Like the girl's name is Elizabeth, but she spells it E-L-S-P-E-T-H. And there were so many other random names. Like Raven is R-A-V-Y-N. Alex, A-L-Y-X. I don't know, I just feel like they were a little bit unnecessary in the way that she spelled the names. I feel like it was just like trying to be weird and different just to be weird and different. But yeah, did not like this one, but I am enjoying this one. So I'm gonna sit and enjoy the rest of my book. Maybe I'll do a little bit like a book roundup when I read a few more. I do have this cute little bookmark that I got from Etsy. I ended up getting like a pack of 3 or 4. So I have one from last year, and you basically can write all the different book titles that you read, how long it took you to read it, and then you can also rate them as well. I do have I have 3 books on here that I haven't finished. Like I said, I do like to usually finish them. The first one is Evergreen, which is kind of like a seasonal book. I don't think it's one of those books where you can just like sit and read the whole thing. I think it's a nice book to come to for each season, like summer, spring, and not necessarily the whole book in one go. The second book that I haven't finished is The Pride and Prejudice. I think that I was like way over, I don't know, I thought I could totally read that book, and that is so hard to read. I think it's just like the old school writing, and the sentences are like backwards because that's how they used to speak and write, and it like takes a lot of brain power to read. I really enjoyed the movie, so that's why I thought I would enjoy the book, but it's proving to be a little bit difficult. I am determined to finish it before the end of the year, but I think it's one of those books that I'm just gonna have to like fill in and like slowly read. And then the third one is The Alice Network, which is like a fictional historical like World War book, and I do like those books. I really enjoyed The Nightingale, which I read just before that. But The Alice Network, I think I was just in like a reading rut, so I really didn't get into it. And then I ended up starting to read this one, which put me into more of a reading rut, but I did make it through. So maybe after this Magnolia Parks, I'll dive back into The Alice Network. But yeah, I just thought this was a cute bookmark. It's cute. I also have the 2024 one actually up on like my magnet thing in the office. And you can actually also, I don't want to lose my page, you can also put the goal of how many books you want to read. So last year, I think I put 10, and I ended up reading like 26 or 27. So that's why I put 30 this year. I feel like I'm honestly a little bit behind. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 read books, 3 unread books, 1 currently reading book. So actually, maybe I'm not that far behind. But yeah, that was my little book review. Maybe I would do those more often as I read a few more books, or I can always do like a recap of all the books I read in 2025. Maybe that would be kind of fun. But I'm gonna just chill out now. Andrew actually just texted me while I was doing that and told me that he's on his way home. So I'm gonna get some reading in, and then I can catch up with him when he gets back, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day. I've just made myself a quick coffee. I've actually made it in Andrew's mug. I got these a few weeks ago on a sale in Anthropologie for like $4. I think they might have been originally like 20 bucks or something like that. So I got an A for Andrew and a H for Harriet. So mine is in the dishwasher, so I just used his. I've just made a quick coffee. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy it for a little bit, and then I think Cooper is wanting to go for a quick walk. I was thinking about going to the pool today, but I just checked the weather and it said it's possible storms starting at 1 o'clock. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna walk Cooper, kind of see how I feel. Maybe I will go for a little bit before the storms roll in. I don't know, it's the last Friday before school starts in this area, so I feel like it might not be a good idea to go to the pool. I feel like it might be everyone kind of doing the last kind of hangout by the pool before school starts. But I did want to talk about a show that I had been watching. I finished the finale episode 2 days ago and I've just been thinking about it ever since. And I'm so frustrated because they haven't renewed, like this is first world problems. They haven't renewed for season 3 yet, but the show is The Buccaneers on Apple TV. It does not get the hype that it deserves. It's really similar to like Bridgerton and like that kind of vibe, but it's actually based on a book, but I was reading online that the TV show kind of like spins off the book completely. But it's such a good show and nobody talks about it, so it makes me a little bit nervous that they're not gonna renew. Because usually before the current season ends, they've already announced like if they're gonna renew or cancel, but they haven't yet. But it left on a cliffhanger, so I'm like, you have to renew, but it's so good. If you haven't watched it, definitely check it out. I feel like it takes a lot for a TV show to still be in my brain after finished watching it after a few days, but this has been stuck in my head. I feel like maybe I might sit and watch the 2 seasons over again. I don't know, I thought about getting the book, but after looking online, people saying that it's just completely different to the show, and there's only 1 book, and I guess the author wrote it to like chapter 29 or something like that and then passed away, so then someone finished the book. So I don't know. I do have it on my Kindle because I actually realized when I was looking it up to see if I want to buy it, I actually realized I bought it or downloaded it on my Kindle back in 2023. So maybe I'll read it, I don't know, but it's such a good show. It's just been stuck in my head for days, so definitely check it out if you haven't watched it. I also have been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, which I know everybody is talking about, which is another good show. If you look past the acting not being so great, there's so many like Easter eggs and foreshadowing and stuff. It's just like so good, and the music is really good too. So both those shows actually were coming out on Wednesdays, so I was always watching them on Wednesdays, and now one of them just ended, and I'm sure that The Summer I Turned Pretty is gonna end soon too as well. But anyways, I'm gonna enjoy my coffee and then we'll take Koopy for a quick little walk and we'll see what we get up to for the day. Oh my gosh, I just hopped on my phone and I remembered that Blood of My Blood has just come out today, which is like a prequel? No, I don't know. It's like the story before Outlander. I'm guessing it's probably only 1 episode out, or maybe there's 3. So I know sometimes they do 3 episodes. But yeah, it's basically the story before Outlander, which I didn't even know was happening, and I saw it being promoted on my Instagram a few days ago. So maybe we'll watch that today. I love Outlander. It definitely gets a little bit like soapy, like and repetitive, but it's so good, and I really enjoyed reading the first book. I have all of the books that I actually need to read, but they're just so big. But I do really love this show, so I'm actually excited to check out The Blood of My Blood. That means I have to download another subscription service, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, maybe we'll watch that today. Hours later now, I'm literally sitting in almost the exact same position that I left you in. I said I was gonna maybe go to the pool, but I ended up sitting here for hours on my laptop. I've just kind of gotten ready for the day really quickly. I did a little bit of face and makeup, but I didn't put any mascara on, and now that I'm looking in the viewfinder, my eyebrows are so dark, but that's okay. I'm just running out to do a few errands actually, so doesn't really matter. But I thought before I do that, I will share with you 2 pairs of shoes that I got. I have actually had these been sitting here for a while, and I've been meaning to share with you, but I have 2 pairs of shoes from VIVAIA. These were actually sent to me, which is kind of exciting. I haven't had any products sent to me before, but they reached out to partner on some shorts videos, so I was able to actually go on and select shoes that I will actually wear and not just picking them for the shorts. So I went through the list of options and was able to select a few different pairs, and then they sent me 2 out of those options. So the first pair that I have are these pink Mary Janes. They're actually in like a navy kind of color. The reason I picked these is I thought they would be a perfect shoe for work. I'm always looking for that shoe that's comfortable, flexible, easy to throw on, and easy to kind of pair with different outfits, and I just thought this was super cute. I really like the design on it. It's like a knitted material. Kind of perfect, honestly, for fall and winter. I think it would look cute. Wear a pair of jeans and a cute sweater, or just kind of dressing it up a little bit. They are so flexible, which is what I really like about the brand. You know the shoes are gonna be super comfortable just based on that. And then also inside, they have such a comfortable, like cushiony sole. You can kind of tell that you can wear them all day long and you're not gonna have any achy feet. They're also super stretchy and adjustable. You can adjust the strap here, and then you can also put them on kind of hands-free. As I was filming those shorts, I realized I can literally just slip my feet into them and I don't have to like put my fingers back and get my feet in and like it be really difficult. It's super, super easy to put on. And also what is great with these being probably my work shoes is the fact that you can wash them. I go through so many work shoes because of the environment I work in, always buying like cheap Amazon basic flats because I'm just running through them so quickly. But these are really nice because I can wash them, so I can keep them clean and fresh, and they always will look new every time I throw them in the washing machine, which is really great. And they're also eco-friendly. A lot of the products are recycled, as well as the box as well, so I think that's really great. But I will link these below if you're interested. They did also give me a promo code, so if you use the code below, you'll get 12% off, and then I think at some point it drops down to 10%, so you can always just log in and check it out and see kind of what discount it gives you. But they do these in a bunch of different colors. I think I honestly might look and see if they do them in like a black, as I think would look cute, but they have tons of options on their website. The second pair that I got are these boots. Again, just thinking fall and winter. These boots, I don't have anything in this kind of color. I have black boots, but I honestly don't have anything in this color. I do have a cute white pair of boots, but nothing in kind of this brown tone. So that's why I picked up these. I also liked that the sole of the shoe is a little bit lighter. And again, they're just so flexible, so stretchy, easy to kind of put on, kind of hands-free. And what is great about this material is that they are also water repellent. So you can wear them out in the rain, going through puddles, and they're gonna repel the water. And again, they're washable, which is really great. And what they did send me with these are cute little leg warmers, which I thought was just so cute. I think they would look so cute styled up. I actually haven't filmed the short yet for these, so I'm definitely gonna be kind of styling up and also adding in the leg warmers too, just to show you different ways of styling them. I think they would be so cute, like if you're running to Pilates in the morning and it's cold outside, to be able to throw on these leg warmers and then also just throw on the boots with them too, I think would just look super cute. I'm really excited to wear these this season. I also think they're a great travel shoe because obviously I live in Florida, so we have a winter, not really, but we do travel a lot and we're going away for this Christmas. So I think these would be perfect, honestly, to wear in the airport and be able to kind of just leave the airport and go straight into sightseeing or doing activities and be comfortable. But yeah, so that is the 2 pairs of shoes. Like I said, there's a discount code. I'll leave it down below for you. They have so many different types of shoes. There's another pair that is really popular that Bella Hadid wears a lot, and it's like the ballerina sneaker. I'll put a picture here. I love those. I think those are so cute. They have them in a ton of different colors, but they're always selling out because of how popular they are. But I think those are super cute. And they also do heels, which I was interested about. I didn't think that they did that kind of style, but it's the same material as the boot, and it's like a pointy toe heel, which I think is adorable. I am gonna just run out now and do some errands, and then I will come back to you. We'll see what I get from the drugstore, if I get anything. And then I think we might be doing a little bit of a date night tonight. I don't think we've really figured out what we're gonna do. We might go to the movies. I know there's a few movies out at the moment. We've been watching Jurassic Park. I didn't realize there was literally like 5 Jurassic Park movies. I don't know how many movies you can make about dinosaurs escaping or Dinosaur Island theme park, but we, because the new one has just come out, we were like, oh, let's watch all the old ones. And there's like a, I think it's 1993, 97 or 98, 2001, 2018, 2022, and then you have the new one in 2025. So we've been watching them, but we've kind of fell off because it's quite repetitive, to be honest. But the new one looks really good. So maybe we'll go see that, or I think Naked Gun is out maybe with Pamela Anderson. So I don't know, I'm thinking maybe movie night and dinner. Just kind of keep it chill and casual, but let's go out and run some errands. This is what I'm wearing just to run a few errands. I've just put on this cute little skirt that I think I got from either H&M or Abercrombie. This is the new white tee that I shared from Abercrombie in my haul last week, along with a cute tote bag that I got from H&M. I definitely was keeping that. I think it's a cute transitional piece. And then I have on my Tory Burch jelly shoes that I literally wear with everything. I'm calling them neutral because they go with everything, but they probably don't. But I'm always wanting to put them on instead of a pair of sandals. I just think they're really cute. All right, guys, today has taken a little bit of a turn. I literally was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get my prescription. I'm gonna look and see kind of what makeup they have in there. Then I had to run to the post office just to return something, and there's TJMAXX right there, and I was like, oh, you know what, like, I could go in there and I'm looking just for a few things. Let me just go check it out. So I ended up going to TJMAXX and we got a few things that I'm gonna share with you. I'm actually really hungry, so I'm gonna run through this really quickly so that I can make some lunch. But I picked up some things from CVS, just kind of like drugstore makeup. I'm thinking about maybe doing like, I don't know, it's probably gonna end up being a short, but just makeup with like drugstore makeup only versus like branded from like Sephora, Ulta. So I picked up this e.l.f. monochromatic multi-stick. And what I like about e.l.f. is they actually, on their packaging, tell you like what the product is for and how to use it, which I think is quite cool. If you're not familiar with certain things, I think sometimes you can be like, what is this for? But I like that it kind of tells you. So this is a multi-use formula for eyes, lips, and face. So I thought that was kind of cool just to kind of throw in your bag so then you can use it for all areas. When it comes to having nails, I can never open up these packages in a nice fashion. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Just a cute, maybe pink, nothing fancy. I think that would look really cute actually on the lips, but kind of nice to have the cheeks and the lips the same color. So I think that's perfect. And it's such a small little size. It's perfect to throw in your bag. I also actually think this would be good for traveling too, because then you're having to bring less stuff. I also picked another e.l.f. product up. This is the green color corrector, and the same thing, you know, they have these in like green, pink, orange, like all those different colors, and this actually tells you what this specific one is for. So the green is for counteracting redness for all skin tones. So it's not gonna focus. There we go. So I just picked this up just thinking it'd be nice to maybe, if I wanted a little bit more of like a full coverage makeup look, this would be kind of nice to put under wherever I have some redness and then put the foundation over. So just a little green color corrector. Then I picked up a Revlon eye pencil in the color white because I have been thinking about doing, like when I do eye makeup, doing like white eyeliner in the bottom like waterline of my eyes just to kind of make my eyes pop a little bit more. So I thought I would just buy a cheap version of that. I picked up the Telescopic Lift Mascara from L'Oreal in the color Black Brown. Always on the hunt for a good mascara, and I feel like I've heard of this every now and again, so I thought I would grab it and give it a go. And then the last product I picked up is this NYX, which I'm actually really don't think I'm gonna like this, but it's the NYX Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Serum, and it's supposed to also be a tint. It doesn't say that in the name, but like the advertisement on like the boxes showed it being really glossy, and then over time it kind of just tints your lips. So I picked it up in the Dripping in Rose color 08 to give it a try, just because I thought it was the closest color to like a navy pink, which is what I wear quite often. I don't go crazy with glosses, but I do like a clear gloss. Like I have a clear gloss right now over a lipstick, but in terms of like a colory gloss, I'm always a little bit skeptical about it. But we'll give this a shot as the lip tints are so in and trendy at the moment. My battery is actually flashing, so let me get a new battery and then I can run through quickly what I got from TJ. Okay, I went to go get my other battery and realized that I'd never even put that one on charge when that one died. So I have been away for a few minutes. I actually just made myself a quick smoothie, so I've been enjoying that while the battery charges for a little bit. Cooper's decided to start eating his breakfast now, even though it's the middle of the day. But anyways, like I said, went to TJMAXX and I picked up a few things. I've been on the hunt for like a blanket for up in the office in my little reading chair, and I can never really find anything that I like, but today I just found something that I just think is cute with colors, so I just ended up picking it up. But I also grabbed a new cat bed for our cats. So they have one in like a blue that looks similar to this, but they've had it for years, so I thought I would refresh and get a new one for them. I feel like I can probably really like deep clean the blue one and also have that one, but I think this is a nice color because it's kind of like a neutral beigey color versus the like navy blue one that they have. This is the blanket that I was talking about. This is from the Martha Stewart collection, and actually when I was waiting to check out, I realized it said 100% recycled polyester, which is kind of cool. But they had this one, and then they had like a really bright like blues, greens, but I feel like that doesn't really work in that room. I don't know if this would even work in this room, but we're just gonna go with it. But I went with the pink and orange with a little bit of gray, just to make it a little bit more subtle, not too like in your face, but I think this will look cute on the chair up there. So in a little bit we'll go up and we'll try it, but it's so soft, and that's what I was looking for, especially as we kind of head into the fall season where you want to be a little bit cozier. I always think it's nice to have a nice big blanket when you're reading. I feel like I always pick up candles when I go to TJMAXX, and I actually haven't for a while. I feel like I said a few vlogs ago that I wasn't gonna get any more candles and I'm gonna work through what I have, which I have been doing. So I did pick up some ones to add to my cabinet of candles behind me, just because, like I said, I'm running low on what I have been using. And this time of year, again, is just so nice. My hair, my bangs just look crazy. This time of year is always so nice to get like cozy, warm smelling candles. So the first one is from DW Home, which I think is just like a really big brand that you see in like TJMAXX and stuff. And this is apple honey butter. The only thing is, it's cute, just like white, simple jar, is they had this type of candle, the apple honey butter, in a bunch of different kind of like jars, and each one smelled different. So I originally picked up a red one, which I thought was really cute, and it had like a silicone lid, and it smelled really good. And then I picked up this one and it smelled different, and then I picked up another one and it smelled different, and this one smelled the best out of all of them. But it's just really weird because they were all the same scent, or all supposed to be the same scent. This one just smelled a lot stronger, and you could really smell the apple honey butter. So I grabbed that. This was only $9.99, which is not too bad for a candle this size. I grabbed a small one because I thought it would be cute, again, for the office or in the bathroom if I'm taking a bath. And I also just thought the label was really cute. This is from California Candle Co., and this is an oak moss woods. And I just thought the label is super cute. And again, just smells really greenery, really fresh, really kind of like woodsy. So I just thought that that was really sweet. And then this one was $7.99. I need to take the labels off after this. You gotta make me do that because I always leave the labels on. Like I literally have one right here that I'm burning that I've had forever, and I just leave the label on. I really need to take them off because they look a lot nicer. And then the third one that I picked up first because I just think that the jar is really cool, and I thought it would be a really great jar for a plant afterwards. And I also just like the top, and I thought that a plant and then this as like the saucer underneath, that would look quite cute. So that's why I first gravitated towards it. But then I smelt it, and it smells a lot like lemongrass. It says it has bergamot in it, clary, sage, and vetiver. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to, which I guess is a type of, no, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna butcher it. I don't know if it's gonna focus. There we go, you can see the label there. But it smells like lemongrass. And when we went on our trip to the Maldives last year, everything smelled like lemongrass, and we loved that smell. The spa smelled like lemongrass, Cooper's drinking water. And this reminded me of that. So I just thought this would be really nice to be able to burn in the house, kind of just like year round, not necessarily like a seasonal thing. So I bought that, and they did a giant one, which honestly, now that I think about it, maybe I should have grabbed that one just because I think these are cute plant pots for afterwards. That's what I got from the candle section. And then I just got some like random things. I ended up getting some more hair turban sets. So these are hair towels. I don't know why, like I follow so many like influencers, people on YouTube, and whenever they do like their hair routine or they've just gotten out the shower, they always just have like a big towel, like a normal bath towel on their head for their hair when it's wet. Nobody uses hair towels. This is a hack. Like if you just hate having a massive towel on your head or you hate having wet hair, get hair towels, because I use these every time I shower. I have so many. I just topped up because a few of them are like stretched out and I just need to get new ones. But these ones are cute. They have little flowers on them and they're blue. I also travel with these. So whenever we go on trips, I always bring one with me, because the worst like feeling is being in a hotel room with wet hair with an awkward towel on your head, and having one of these just means you can sit, wait for your hair to kind of like dry up a little bit before you blow dry it, or you're doing your makeup and your hair's tied nicely in the turban, and then you're kind of good to go. So highly recommend, oops, sorry, shake the table. Highly recommend grabbing these. You can literally grab them at TJMAXX, Target, probably your local grocery store, and definitely Amazon. But definitely, if there's one thing I can say or influence you on, it would be a hair towel. Then I grabbed these salad toppers in the protein mix. So it's got edamame, cranberries, cashews, and sunflower seeds. I actually always pick this up in the grocery store because I put it on top of my salad. Surprised to see it in TJMAXX, because I'm always a little bit skeptical about buying food from TJMAXX in terms of like the expiration date and stuff. But this actually says it expires in July 2026. And it's exactly what I buy at the grocery store. So I ended up picking a packet because it was only $5. I did pick up some matcha. I have a feeling, sorry, I have something in my eye. I have a feeling that this is not good matcha, but I really just wanted to have some, so I just grabbed this pack. It says organic sweet matcha. It says it has no GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan, all that sort of stuff. And the ingredients is literally just matcha. So that is why I picked this up, but it's always nice just to have matcha in case I decide I want that instead of coffee, or sometimes you can mix the two. I picked up 2 new sink strainers just because our ones are looking a little bit worse for wear, so I picked up 2 new ones, and I also just really liked the like sage green color. And then 2 more things. More Epsom salts. It's like really hard to pick the right Epsom salt because they have so many with like different flavors and all this sort of, or different scents. So I just went for pure Epsom salts, and in the ingredients it literally is just magnesium sulfite, which is Epsom salt, and nothing else. So that is what I grabbed to refill my jar in the bathroom. And then the last thing, which I'm hoping will fit in my sink, is just a dish rack. I just got a small dish rack because we currently have one, I'll show you later, that kind of sits on top of the sink. It has like arms, so it sits on top of the sink, but I just hate the way that that looks. So I just grabbed a simple white one that I'm hoping will fit directly in the sink, because we have a 2 compartment, but I just went with one that was $9.99, so I don't want to spend too much money on something like that. But yeah, that's what I picked up from TJMAXX. So some goodies, some candles. I'm excited. I might actually light this big one now. I feel like it will smell really good from when Andrew comes home later. Oh, it smells so good. I've never heard of this brand either, Illume. Never seen them. So really cute jars. The rack does not fit. That is so sad, because our like countertop is like rounded out around the sink. You're gonna have to just excuse the mess, but it's like rounded out. The corners of it hit. So it fit if they were also rounded out, but it does not, it just sits like that. So that sucks. I'm gonna have to return that and maybe try to measure and find something that will fit. But this is the one that we're using right now. There's nothing really wrong with it, honestly. This is, see how it just kind of like sits on top of the sink? I just thought it would look a little bit neater if it was like in the sink, so you can't exactly like see it, because we do use it a lot for when we make coffee or smoothies. We'll just wash and just put it in the drying rack, but I'm gonna have to return that this weekend. It literally says small dish rack. So you think that it would sit in small sinks, but that's okay. We'll find another one. These are the 2 jars that I use for my Epsom salts. So saying that, I have recently been using this Elemis Aching Muscle Super Soak. I actually found out about it on our cruise to Alaska because I use Elemis products there and they were talking about this. So I ordered it on Amazon because it was on one of the deals for the Prime Day, and I really like this. You just use like 2, they say 3, I do 2 just because like you really run out of it quite quickly. I just use 2 capfuls in every bath that I get in, and it does the same thing as Epsom salts, but you can really kind of like feel it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. You can feel it working. Your muscles really start to relax. A lot of people say in the reviews that they like feel drunk, like your legs kind of feel a little bit like jellyish while you're soaking in the bath, but it's a really great product. So this is what I've been using recently because I haven't had any Epsom salts, but I think I might even just do like 1 capful of this now and then some Epsom salts and kind of use both at the same time, just because this is a really expensive product and I'm going through it really quickly. But I'm gonna fill up these jars. So I usually fill up both of them and then I'll just have one out and then I'll kind of just switch them as needed. So I'm actually gonna fill up the big one first. And actually I never looked at the prices, $8.99. Not bad. Kind of like big rocks. Let's see if I can get this in without getting it literally everywhere. First one done. Oh, perfect. This entire bag fills up both jars. That's awesome. But that's perfect. I'm actually gonna leave both of them out in my little thing. I'm gonna open up my hair towels. I'm gonna leave one in this bathroom and one in my actual bathroom. That way one in each location. I wonder if I should wash them first. No, it should be okay. This is cute. I actually usually buy them. I need to wash this one because I've been using it. It has makeup all over it. But I usually just buy them in white. I'm pretty sure this one is from Target. Yeah, the Room's Essential from Target. So I usually just buy them in the plain white, but I just thought these were super cute. So I thought that would be kind of fun. So I'm gonna fold this one up and put it feels different, maybe just because it's printed on versus this one, like the texture looks different. I'm gonna leave this one in here. No, I'm gonna put this one in here. No, I'll put the daisy one in here. Put that there. I'll put this one in my room. This can go in the trash. Let me show you my little setup. There isn't really much in it at the moment because I don't have any bath bombs or anything, but this is usually where I store all of my bath stuff. So this is actually the guest room, but I use it to take baths quite regularly. So if we do have guests over, obviously I clean the bath and I clear up all my stuff so they can use it, but this is where I take my bath. So I actually would usually have a bunch of like bath bombs in here, but I don't have any at the moment. I have some face masks from our trip to Singapore last year that I need to run through. I just like, they're so cold. I need to work myself up to putting these on my face because they're just so freezing. I have my Epsom salts. This is a really good body wash that I'll use with the Epsom salts. I have the Neutrogena body oil that I like to just kind of like throw a little bit of it in the bath actually versus like on me. I do use it sometimes when I get out of the bath as well, but I usually just like to leave it in the bath to soak in. This is a really good cleansing foam that I've been using for my face. And then obviously I just have a sponge and things like that. Nothing fancy, nothing cool to see, but let me go ahead and put this one in my bathroom. Now this is my little reading nook here in the office. My eyebrows are literally, I actually can't get over how dark my eyebrows are. I don't know what I was thinking this morning. They're so dark. But this is my little reading nook that I've been talking about. So right now, I actually have this big like Euro size pillow that used to be on our bed, which I really like to have here when I'm reading. And then this is just kind of a boring plain blanket that I kind of want to move downstairs. So I thought that this one would look quite cute here. I don't know. It's a little different. Maybe it doesn't go with the room, but I just think it would be really cozy for the reading nook. So let's go set it up. I like it. It definitely brings some color into the room just because we have a lot of green and dark wood. I feel like it just brings a little bit of color and it just makes it kind of a little bit more of a cozy corner. This is just my little drink stand that I put here because I don't have a lot of space. I just thought this would be perfect just to drop a drink, and then I have a cute little sardines coaster that I have on it just to kind of keep it clean because it starts to kind of mark up like this. And then I just have my light. I kind of regret a little bit getting this light because it doesn't have an underneath. I don't know if I can do something to make an underneath, but when you're sitting, you kind of gotta sit off to the side rather than like directly under the light because it's so bright. Ready to go to cozy up this evening and read a book. It definitely looks like it's about to storm outside, so I think I'm just gonna kind of clean up, take this other blanket downstairs and kind of just chill out for a little bit.